Hi everyone, this is Kona and we're going to talk about assignment settings. So first of all, to access your assignments, you would either go to the assignment link in your navigational toolbar, or if you've added your assignments to your modules, you can go ahead and click on your modules. For today, I'm going to go ahead and go to modules and go to your assignment. For me, I'm going to go to my example assignment, but for you, just find an assignment that you'd like to set your settings. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. Then once it opens up, you can see any settings that have already been applied. So you can see I have no directions, no points, absolutely nothing is set here. I haven't added a rubric or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is start by clicking on the edit button and then enter in your assignment directions. So enter assignment directions here. Now remember, you can always link two different types of content, add video, add pictures, files, anything you'd like into this content area, either by using your rich text toolbar up here or by using the different options over on the right. So remember, these are really useful and utilize them. So for example, if I wanted to add a file, so make sure and read this article first. I would then come over, open up my course files, and let's pretend this is it. So we can do that. We can then even change the name and call it Basic Statistical Tests, just to make it look prettier, and it will still link. You would then come down and set your number of points. I'm going to make this worth 50 points. You can set a due date here, or if you want to be able to have open and more advanced due dates, what you would actually do is click the Show Advanced option. So I'm actually going to clue the Show Advanced options, and you would then, since we've got our dates down here, come back up to your assignment group, and for projects, I'm going to pull down, or for your assignment group, this is where this is going to look completely different for you because this is based on your assignment groups that you create for your grade book. So these will be unique for you. So basically you want to make sure this assignment goes into the correct category per your grade book. So for me, this is a project, so that's why it's projects. The grading type is points. If you'd rather just give them a percent, a letter grade, something like that, you can, but for me, I want to do points. Submission type. Now the default is no submission, and it's really important that you change this to online submission. I mean, that is if you want the students to be able to submit it online. Otherwise, they will not be able to submit their paper. So I'm going to go ahead and select online. You then pick what different types of ways you want the students to be able to submit. So you want them to do a text entry or allow for file uploads. Basically just go through and set what you'd like. You can then decide if it's a group assignment, if you're going to require peer reviews, and then this is where you can actually set your due dates. So I'm going to say that my due date is the 22nd, and that it's going to be available from, so when the students actually start taking it, I'm going to say the 18th. Now this date over here is your lock date. So this is the due date. This is going to show up on your calendar. This date over here is your lock date. This is where the students will not be able to take the assignment past this date. What a lot of instructors right now have been doing is not set a lock date, because if they do, then students can't submit late, which is obviously the point there. But if you do allow late assignments to be turned in, then you're going to have to come back in here and adjust it. Where if you just leave it open, then students can always submit it, and then you can choose how you want to grade it, whether you want to take, a certain percentage off, whether you want to give them a 0. It's your choice, but at least you don't have to come back here and open it back up. And it will show up on the calendar as being due this date. Now, one additional really nice feature is if you're using two different, so not using, but let's say you've got two different sections of your course combined into one course. So maybe you've got, in this case, a Math 113 section 01 and a section 02. You can actually set due dates per each section of your course. So let's make this a Math 113-01. So let's pretend this was a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. So that's why I wanted this due, or that's why I wanted it due here, I'm sorry, on the 22nd. But I'm going to add a due date for my 02 section, or you can leave everyone else, which will default to your 02. But just to be clear, I'm going to set this for my 02 section. And they're a Tuesday, Thursday class. So instead, I'm going to set their due date to the 21st, and I'm going to make it available to them back here. Let's give them the 19th. So you can completely set up dates per section for when things are due, when they're available, everything completely by section, which is completely amazing and a really good reason to combine your courses, your different sections into one course. You can also grade by section, and you can enter attendance by section. So very useful to use this in Canvas. But once you get all of this set, go ahead and review it. If you're happy, click Update Assignment. It asks, do you want to go back and select a due date? And I say, nope, I don't. So go ahead and click No Due Date. All right, now if you wanted to add a rubric, this is where you could come down here, click Add Rubric. You can either create your own rubric or you can find a rubric. And I'm going to use, even though these don't completely make sense, I'm just going to go ahead and say use this rubric, and we'll pretend that this rubric goes with this. And okay, so there you go. Everything is set. I'm now happy. If you needed to delete the rubric, you could always delete the rubric or go back in, search, and find a different rubric. Or you can come in and edit this rubric. But that's how you can set up your assignment and get everything looking good. I hope this helped, and let me know if you have any questions.